There are many lovely spots to visit all around the world, but some are either too dangerous, too protected, or too mysterious to visit. Several locations around the world, ranging from man-made structures to natural environments, are off limits to outsiders due to the presence of harmful species, religious mysteries, and secrets. This video will look at 10 banned places on Earth that you are not permitted to visit. However, before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let's get the ball rolling. Number 10. Heard Island, Australia. There's the end of the world, and then there's Heard Island. One of the world's most isolated islands, Heard Island is nominally an Australian territory, but it is located halfway between Madagascar and Antarctica. At the height of 2,745 meters, the island is recognized for its 2 active volcanoes, but it is mostly covered in ice, which is home to seals, birds, and 4 varieties of penguins. It is 517 meters higher than Mount Kosciuszko, making it the tallest mountain in Australia's territory, excluding Antarctica. From Fremantle, it takes 7 days to go to Heard Island by sea. Humans, on the other hand, are not allowed to visit through landings on the nearby McDonald's Islands, which are only permitted for compelling scientific reasons. Number 9. The real no-go zone of France. When you think of France and its beautiful countryside, you might picture quaint villages, abundant vineyards, and endless rolling green hills to drive through on a relaxing summer road trip. Not all scenes in France are made up of rolling green and beautiful villages. In fact, there is a section of this beautiful country known as the Rogue, the Red Zone, that no one has ever been permitted to visit for over a century. No person is living there, no structures have been built there, and it was technically illegal to access before World War I. Verdun was mostly made up of farms. After millions of artillery shells were fired, the ground was churned up, trees were broken, and villages were destroyed by explosives. When the war ended in 1918, the communities became war victims, unable to keep up with the arduous task of collecting exploding weapons, humans, and animal remains. The French government chose to force residents to relocate, resulting in the formation of Zone Rogue. Entire settlements were wiped off the map as a result of the war. Public access and agricultural usage are still absolutely forbidden in the 1,190-kilometer area. Authorities are striving to clear the area, but many fear it will take 300 to 700 years to finish, or that it will never be removed completely. Number 8. North Sentinel Island. When traveling, a nice grin goes a long way, but the people of North Sentinel in the Indian Ocean don't want anything to do with the outside world. The Sentinelese would try to kill you if you set foot on the island. The indigenous group, which has lived on the island for over 60,000 years, is almost unknown. The Sentinelese have chosen to be cut off from contemporary culture, having failed to establish contact even when tsunami rescuers were met with hostility in 2004. All attempts to travel within 3 miles of the island have been halted by the Indian government. 2 illegally operated fishermen were killed in 2006 when they visited the island in violation of the restrictions. When John Chow, a 26-year-old American missionary, attempted to contact the Sentinelese tribe in 2019, he was slain. Number 7. Fort Knox, Kentucky, USA. One of America's best-kept secrets is only 48 kilometers southwest of Louisville. The U.S. Bullion Vault, also known as Fort Knox, is packed with gleaming gold bricks. We believe that only a few people have entered the Gold Fortress, leaving many mysteries concerning its location unsolved. The U.S. Army base of Fort Knox is adjacent to the U.S. Bullion Depository. However, the Gold Vault building is commonly referred to as Fort Knox, according to the United States Mint. There are roughly 147.3 million ounces of gold in Fort Knox, Kentucky, valued at over $1,280 per ounce. This is worth $200.6 billion, yet it falls well short of paying out the U.S.'s $14.7 trillion national debt. The value of gold holdings in the United States is less than 2% of the country's total debt. What happens there is mostly kept under wraps, which is how a phase as secure as Fort Knox came to be. Number 6. Bohemian Grove, California, USA. Every July, some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful men congregate at the 2,700-acre campground in Monterey, California for 2 weeks of heavy drinking, top-secret meetings, and druidic worship. The gang claims they are only honoring the redwoods and other ancient rites. Weaving spiders do not come here, therefore commercial dealings should be kept outside, according to the people, who assemble at Bohemian Grove, which have included major business leaders, past US presidents, entertainers, and oil barons. One exception occurred in 1942 when the Manhattan Project was planned at the Grove and led to the development of the atomic weapon. The only way to enter the Bohemian Club, according to rumors, is to be invited by members or to join a decade-long waiting list. There is also a $25,000 entrance fee as well as yearly dues. Number 5. Snake Island, Brazil. Ilhao da Queimada Grande, sometimes known as Snake Island, is located 150 kilometers south of downtown Sao Paulo. It's almost 40 kilometers off the coast of Brazil, roughly 25 miles away. Snake Island is off limits to people for a reason. There's around one poisonous snake per square foot. According to legend, the last fisherman who ventured too close to its borders was discovered floating in his boat, lifeless in a pool of blood days later. The golden lacehead snakes, a kind of pit viper and one of the world's deadliest serpents, pose a threat on the island. It is estimated that there are between 2,000 and 4,000 snakes on the island. Number 4. Mirny Diamond Mine, Russia. Mir Mine, also known as Mirny Diamond Mine, is one of the world's largest man-made excavations. The massive pit, which is located in eastern Siberia, is the world's second largest man-made hole. The mine was 525 meters deep and 1,200 meters wide when it closed in 2004, making it the world's second largest dug hole after the Bingham Canyon Mine. Because of the incident in which helicopters were swept in by the downward airflow, the airspace above the mine has been blocked to helicopters. The mine produced more than 10 million carats of diamonds per year during its heyday. Outsiders are prohibited from entering the town, so don't expect to see a diamond in the rough. Number 3. Poveglia, Italy. The history of Poveglia Island, a little island between Venice and Lido, is twisted to say the least. For generations, the small island off the coast of northern Italy has served as valuable real estate for the burial of the dead. In the 14th century, the island became a quarantine colony for bubonic plague patients. Poveglia became a mental institute for the mentally sick in the 19th century, where it was believed that a harsh doctor experimented on the prisoners. The island is now deserted, but for the spirits of the wretched souls that previously inhabited it, tourists and locals are prohibited from entering unless they agree to go through a lengthy paperwork process, which is perhaps for the best given that this is one of Italy's most haunted locations. Number 2. Svalbard Global Seed Vault. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is located halfway between Norway and the North Pole. The world's largest seed bank is housed in Svalbard's Global Seed Vault, which is poorly known to the general public. It was launched a decade ago at the world's most northern inhabited location, complete with an airport and stores, as well as an incredible 850,000 seed kinds, culled from 5,000 core crops, spices, accounting for 18% of the vault's capacity. The complete seed vault is a multi-million-dollar hedge against a man-made or natural apocalypse scenario. It is planned to house and maintain 4.5 million types or 2.5 billion individual seeds for millennia to come. Svalbard is the world's largest, most mythological, and least accessible ice cap. It is also the last halt before a plant goes extinct. This remote corner of the globe appears worthy of a journey, but don't plan one anytime soon unless you're carrying deposits permitted by the Norwegian government during one of the 3 occasions the vault is cracked open each year. Number 1. Chapel of the Ark of the Covenant, Ethiopia. The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most sought-after Bible treasures. Around 3,000 years ago, the mythical item was constructed to house the Ten Commandments stone tablet. The Babylonian Empire subjugated the Israelites and the Ark vanished from history. Nobody knows for sure if it was destroyed, taken, or hidden. The Ark of the Covenant, according to Ethiopian legend, is kept at St. Mary of Zion Cathedral at Oxen, also known as the Chapel of the Ark. The church only allows one person to see the Ark, and that person is the monk who serves as the Ark's protector. Even though some sources indicate the oxen thing is merely a duplicate of the Ark, no one else is allowed to enter the chapel to investigate the relic, making it a restricted location that you wish you could visit. You've come to the end of the video. If you found this video interesting, kindly give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more.